What's up, everyone? Kyle here with another episode of the Art of Physical Fitness show. And today I'm answering a question from friend of the show, Kenneth Whale, where he asked me on Facebook how negative thoughts and influence can result in pain and a decrease in performance. So, first, just address the fact that there are two types of negative thoughts and influence where they can come from. One, external. External being such as from coaches who don't have faith in your abilities, who outright say it to your face. Like, I basically had experiences personally myself playing baseball in high school. My coach pretty much just told me he had no faith in me whatsoever, and that did nothing to build me up and give me the confidence to perform at a high level. But also coaches. Then there's parents telling you, that you can't do it, or doubting you, or just certain things that they might say to you that could fill these negative thoughts in your mind. Or in my instance, with my father, I love my father to death, but when I was pitching, he cared so much where he would, when things were going bad in a game while I was pitching, he would constantly be yelling at me from the sidelines. Not yelling, but he has a loud voice. You can pick it out from a mile away, it seems. But he was trying to tell me, it seemed like mid-pitch mechanical adjustments to do, and this would upset me. This would fill me with negative thoughts and impact my performance. And then again from teammates, where teammates can then start to, based on your performance, will begin to have a lack of faith in you, and that will feed off of it, and you'll feed off of it, and further cycling into it, these negative thoughts, resulting in the pain and the decreased performance. So I want to first talk about the increase in pain and how that results. So first and foremost, the pain can come through when you get into these negative thoughts and influences. It can lead you into a state of depression. Now, with depression comes a multitude of things. First and foremost, it comes a decrease in immune function. So when you have your immune system not functioning correctly, you therefore now are going to have more susceptible to illnesses, diseases, whatever have you. And if you allow the cycle to continue on, depression, negative thoughts, and disease, what's going to end up happening is you're going to become depressed from your performance, or from what have you, any negative thoughts, become depressed, become sick. That sickness is going to lead you to further depression. That depression is going to feed into your sickness and make it worse and worse and worse. And we've all heard of the stories of people who got an illness, got a disease that they should have recovered from, but they didn't handle it very well, and they end up, sometimes leading to a higher mortality rate, which is seen sometimes in cases of depression, of a higher mortality rate, where the disparity between someone who perceives it bad and allows it to further feed depression, and another person who is still joyous that they're sick and everything, and then they make miraculous recoveries when they had little to no chance of recovering from a disease. So, decreased immune function can eventually lead to sickness, which obviously leads to pain. Second, an increase in inflammation that is caused from depression. And obviously, inflammation is going to lead to something as simple as joint pain, which obviously is downright pain. Then finally, just not really physical pain, but emotional pain that can arise from it, that negative thoughts, and that's, again, tying into depression. So, from a physical side, that ties into this, the depression side. When you get depressed with negative thoughts and emotions, you're going to have a higher response of stress hormones, and cortisol and adrenaline. When you have this, you're going to end up with poor sleep because of the high levels of stress hormone. And with poor sleep, obviously your performance is going to drop, and your energy levels are going to drop off. And tying in with the energy level, you're going to have adrenal fatigue. And with adrenal fatigue, you're going to end up with a drop in performance, a drop in neural output, muscular output, and ability. So there's a part of where your drop in performance is going to come from. Now, this is all tying into the fact of depression. A lot of people have negative thoughts and influences and are in this state of depression. So I want to address that too, and how negative thoughts and influence just without the state of depression can impact performance. And in that regard, I see it in kind of in four ways. A couple of them are tied together. First and foremost is this lack of, the negative thoughts can give you a lack of confidence, which will prevent you from, say, again, I'm talking about team sports, you can apply it to your own situation, but a lack of confidence to pursue, say, in football, pursue the ball carrier, you're just unsure of yourself to go tackle the guy, or say in soccer, when there's a ball for play, a free ball, and you just don't have the confidence to go attack the ball and go get it and go up against an opponent full possession. possession of the ball. So there's that. There's a lack of confidence in pursuit. Then there is the second guessing of yourself, where before when you're purely 100% confident in yourself, you might have everything was just reactive and reflexive, and you weren't thinking about what you were doing on the field. Now all of a sudden you start second guessing yourself, and you miss opportunities, and your performance drops significantly. The other two things are, one, you start developing, it kind of ties in with the first one, is you develop a timid nature. You back off from things and don't necessarily take the risks or make the decisions that you might have made on a confident level which will lead to successful performance. And finally, which one that ties together with pain, is you can end up getting tense muscles instead of being relaxed, instead of having muscles that are responsive or reflexive. You have muscles that are tense, and when you have tense muscles, you have a greater chance for sustaining injury. So that is pretty much all I wanted to cover as far as how they can relate to how negative thoughts can impact pain and performance. In the future, I'll probably discuss ways in which you can correct these and overcome these negative thoughts and influences and prevent them from causing these drops in performance, as well as leading into depression and the ongoing cycle of what I was talking about, how depression can have upon you. So, with all that said, again, I'll talk about that later. If you want me to address it a little sooner, go ahead and send me a message, anyone, or Ken, and I'll address that side of the equation. But until then, I thank you for stopping in and checking out this episode of The Art of Physical Fitness. If you yourself have questions, follow the links that's down below here. Go ahead and click on that. It's linked up. It'll take you to this page to ask me the question. And if you're not a member of the VIP of the Physical Fitness, go ahead and click the link above me, and you'll be taken to a spot to become a VIP and receive access to a 4-part video e-course, as well as daily motivational emails from me. So, until next time, I thank you for stopping by, and I will talk to you again soon.